Okay, so we are done creating our last year, but in finance, we normally calculate year over year change and year over year change percentage. These are metrics that are important in finance. So with the help of our P&L value and our last year value, we can derive our year over year change and our year over year change percentage. So let's go to report measures. Okay, let's go to report measures, new measure, and now let's calculate for P and calculate for P P&L P&L year over year change, right? Which is equal to P&L values minus our P&L minus our last year. Okay, last year value. Cut. Let me change this into say. Let me just make it. Let me just make it P P P and L last year, right? Okay, P and L last year. So our P&L year over year change will be okay. So P&L by minus P&L last year value. So now insert our P&L year over change here. Yeah. Let's calculate again for our P&L year over change percentage. So P and L year over year. Let's go ahead and calculate our year over year percentage. Okay. So, okay, sorry. So P and L year over year percentage, which is equal to, so we use the divide function, right? So we are dividing the year over year change, right? The year over year change, year over year change with last year value. Okay, and 0. Then multiply it by 100. So we'll just drop it here. Right. So that's what we have here. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so now it's dynamic now. Okay. So when we click on 2019, that's what we get. When we click on 2021, that's what we get. But there's a problem. We should want our table to be very dynamic in the sense that when I click on 2020, it will show 2020 here. See, when I click on 2020, it shows P&L values. When I click on 2021, it shows P&L values. We want it to be dynamic, okay? So that when we click on the year, the respective year will show there. It's easy for for analysis. Okay, so that means we need to create a very dynamic table. You see, normally when we're creating a table, we'll come here, enter data, and create a table. When we do this, it makes the table static. It's not dynamic. So we'll come to modeling, then come to new table. Okay. Then we'll call this P and L columns. Sorry. We'll call this P and L column. Okay. P and L columns equals to P and L columns. Now, the new column that we want to create, since we want it to be very dynamic, we want it to have our fiscal year description and last year change over change, last year over year change, and the year over year change percentage. You get it? So we want to have the description of this plus this, so that it will make our table very dynamic. You get it? So what we'll do is we'll create a variable, and after that we'll use the union function in DAX to link the variable that we created with our new columns that we want to create. So that's how we'll do it again. So come to modeling, create a table, then call this P and L columns. Okay. Then what we want to create, the reason why we want to create this column is that we want to merge our fiscal year description with last year over year change and year over year change percentage. Okay, that is why we are creating this new dynamic table, and that will be equal to, right, let's create a variable for our fiscal year, and variable sky is equal to all no blank row, all no blank row fiscal year underscore fiscal year description. Then we'll say return union. Okay, and the union is row to bracket column header. Okay, that is first column that will take will be last year. Okay, right, I'm come down, row column header, and that will be we'll take the year over year. Okay, right, so capital, then row column header, we'll pick year over year percentage. Okay, year over year percentage. And this year by year. Oh no, wait. This year by year percentage. Then that'll be, so return with sky, then we'll close it. Let's see what happens. Okay, so we'll reduce the size of this a little bit. Okay, so let me reduce this a little bit. and I'll now bring our column header here. Okay, so you see from our column header, let me expand it a little bit. Let me expand it a little bit. So here, values, let me make it 15. Column headers. So now you can see that we've created a new table which has the summation of our fiscal year description and our last year, year over year, and year over year change. And we want to make it in such a way that when we click on 2022, the P&L will change to 2022. So we'll need to create a final measure to override our P&L measure. So our P&L measure won't be valid here. Okay, so let's take everything out like this, right? And let's create a final measure, and that final measure will need a bit of P&L values. Okay, so let's go ahead and create our P&L final value. P&L final value. Okay, final value, sorry, which is equal to sorry, is equal to switch. So the switch formula, remember, if function in DAX, okay, is when you want to have just one expression, but if you want multiple criteria, so you want to use multiple expressions, it's best to use switch. Okay, so switch is if is for just one, but switch is for two or more, and we'll be using switch because we have different expressions that we want to cover. Okay, so our P&L final value will be switch, and switch always goes with true. Okay, so equals to, okay, so switch, then true. Okay, true. Okay, then selected. Okay, true. So sorry. So selected. Select. So that means if we select our fiscal year description, okay, if we select our fiscal year description, and if our fiscal year description that we selected is equal to the max of our P&L columns of our P&L column that we created, okay, this one, our P&L column header that we created. Okay, so if the fiscal year that we selected is equal to the P&L maximum of the P&L that we created, P&L column that we created, okay, what it should show is it should show the P&L values. It should show the P&L values. Okay, like this, right? And what we'll do again is, remember, this is switch, so this is the first expression. Now let's go to the second expression. If the maximum, the second expression is if the the second expression is if the maximum of our P&L column, okay, and the maximum of our column headers, P&L column headers, is equal to last year, comma, show P&L last year. Max of our P&L column header is equal to year over year, comma, show show P&L year over year change, comma, with the maximum of column header equals to year over year percentage, right? Year over year percentage, show P&L year over year percentage. Then we'll close it. Okay, so if we now bring our P&L final values here, let's take this out. So if we now bring our P&L final values here, you see now let's put our column header here. Yeah. So now you see, if we type on 2018, it shows 2018. Get it? 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021. So now you see, we've been able to derive a very dynamic header, so that when we select the year 2018, it won't say P&L value, it will say 2018. And it's, remember, since there's no last year, there's no need for you to calculate year over year change. You get it? So that is it. We can, let's take off the zeros, the total. Video, we'll try and go a step further and create our quarters and our year to date and year to go slicer. Okay, thanks so much for your time.